Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be here with me today. In the last video, we were talking about joints and how I said to stop practicing cutting dovetails. All right? Instead, you first want to assess your saws. I don't care what saw you're using. You want to assess it. Is it cutting straight? Is it sharp? It is a rip cut for most dovetail joinery and other end grain type cutting of joinery. Assess your saw. So, check your saw. That would be number one in my book. For dovetails, for box joints, for tusk tenons, things like that, you want a tenon saw or a rip saw that is medium to fine tooth, not ultra fine, and you want it sharp. And you want the set at a minimum. So the teeth the distance of this set should be a minimum, sometime down into the thousandths of an inch, a thickness of a piece of blue tape. All right? You don't need a lot of set to do tenons, well, it depends on the size of your tenon, but for typical cabinet making tenons, for box joints, things like that, you don't need much set. It can almost be zero set. All right? But check your saw. Your set should be at a minimum. Now, you want to check, here's a board. You want to take your square and make a bunch of marks. Not too close together so that the wood has the ability to affect each cut. And now you want to check the tracking of your cut. When you place your saw here and you're cutting down your line, is it going one way or the other? Without putting much English on it, without trying to correct it, just the weight of the saw, light pressure down through the wood, okay? Check your tracking. Let me rewrite that. Tracking. Is it tracking straight? All right. As far as the squareness, that's up to you to determine that when you start to cut. But now, here is where the practice comes in. Practice cutting one, to the line. So in other words, here's your board, here's your line. You want to practice cutting to the line either on the left or on the right. You want to leave the line, but you're tracking right up against the edge of the line. Okay? That's called cutting to the line or leaving the line. And then You want to practice straight cuts on the left, straight cuts on the right, left, right, and you want to practice them and see if you are right eye or left eye dominant. Which way do you have lighting coming in? Which is the best position for you? You need to be able to see your line in order to cut to the line. Now, the other way is to split the line. And what that is here's your line, and your saw comes down, and you're cutting right through the middle of the line. Now, you can do that with pencil, but with a knife line, yeah, you can cut through the knife line. All right? So what this does for you, it puts equal amounts of saw cut on either side of the blade. What this one does for you is it leaves extra on the side that you're cutting. That is known as the waste side. So, this is the prep, and this is the actual action. Do not practice cutting dovetails. No, because if you can cut to the line, split the line over and over and over and over repeatedly, and your saw is performing as intended, then you can cut anything. I don't care whether it's a dovetail, box joint, tenon, I don't care. If you can lay it out, you can cut it. All right? Maybe that should be the title of this video. If you can lay it out and you can cut to a line, you can make any joint. Now, with dovetails, box joints, tenons, other things come into play once you make your saw cuts, like chisels. But I'm talking about cutting to shape. So that's about all I'm going to say on that in regards to practice cutting instead of practice cutting dovetails. Because once you master your saw, you can cut anything. So that's about it for this one. I'm glad you could come along. I hope you're having a blessed day and you found something useful. Come on back again. We'll talk about some more topics. Like, subscribe, and share. Walter out.